Ever been in a quiet room and one person yawns? Then suddenly, it's like a domino effect, everyone joins in. It's hilarious. But why does it happen? Welcome to our exploration of everyday science mysteries, where we break down those quirky body habits we all have but rarely question. Today, we're zeroing in on yawning, that big, uncontrollable stretch of the mouth that hits us at the weirdest times. Is it just a sign of sleepiness, or is there a hidden purpose? Spoiler alert, it's your brain's clever way of staying sharp. And it's packed with surprises. We'll cover the what, why, and wow factors, including why it's super contagious and how it ties into your health. By the end, you might even yawn on purpose. This could totally change how you listen to your body. Quick challenge right off the bat. Try not to yawn while watching. Comment if you succeed. Let's kick off with the fundamentals. A yawn isn't just a random gasp. It's a complex reflex involving your lungs, jaw, and even tears sometimes. Scientifically, when you yawn, you inhale deeply, stretching your eardrums and facial muscles, then exhale slowly. But here's the cool part. Research from the University of Maryland in the early 2000s revealed that yawning acts like a thermostat for your brain. Your noggin runs hot, around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and when it overheats from fatigue, stress, or even a stuffy room, yawning pumps in cooler air and boosts blood flow to chill it down. Think of it as your internal cooling system kicking in to prevent mental fog. We yawn about 8 times a day on average, but it ramps up when you're tired, bored, or shifting from wake to sleep. Fascinatingly, this starts early. Ultrasound scans show fetuses yawning as young as 11 weeks in the womb. Scientists believe it helps develop jaw muscles, lungs, and even brain pathways for breathing. For adults, it's a survival tool from evolution, keeping us alert in groups. Imagine our ancestors in a cave. If one yawns from low oxygen, others follow, syncing the tribe to stay vigilant against predators. But wait, there's more to the body mechanics. During a yawn, your heart rate spikes by up to 30%, oxygen levels surge, and it can even pop your ears by equalizing pressure in the eustachian tubes. Super handy on airplanes or during colds. Ever noticed your eyes watering mid-yawn? That's because the stretch squeezes tear glands, flushing out irritants. It's like a mini spa treatment for your face. But not all yawns are equal. Summer yawns are longer than winter ones, according to a Vienna University study, because warmer air needs more volume to cool the brain effectively. And get this, if you hold an ice pack to your forehead, yawning decreases, proving the cooling theory. Pro tip for viewers: next time you're drowsy at work, force a yawn by opening wide and breathing deep. It can jolt your alertness better than coffee sometimes. Have you tried that? Drop a comment if it works for you. This ties into why yawning feels so good. It's a natural reset, releasing tension and boosting endorphins. But let's pivot to the real head scratcher. Why is yawning so darn contagious? We'll unpack that next, with some empathy science that'll blow your mind. Now that we've got the body basics down, let's tackle the social side. Why does seeing or even hearing a yawn make you do it too? This contagious yawning phenomenon kicks in around age 4 in humans and affects about half of us when we witness one. But it's not random. It's deeply tied to empathy, our ability to feel what others feel. Brain imaging studies from the University of Pisa in Italy show that when you see a yawn, your mirror neurons, the same ones that help you learn by imitation, light up, triggering your own yawn as a way to bond socially. It's stronger with people you're close to, like family or best friends, and weaker with strangers. Interestingly, kids under 4 and people with autism or lower empathy traits, like some sociopaths, are less likely to catch yawns, supporting the empathy link. Evolutionarily, this might have helped early humans sync sleep cycles or alert levels in groups. If one person yawns from tiredness, the whole tribe follows to rest together safely. But it's not just humans. Over 20 animal species yawn contagiously too. Dogs often yawn back at their owners as a calming signal, showing trust and reducing stress. Try it with your pup and see. Chimps and bonobos yawn in social settings to ease tension or show dominance, while even birds like budgies catch yawns from flock mates. A 2011 study on African penguins found they yawn in sync during breeding season to coordinate behaviors. Fish like bettas yawn to intake oxygen, and snakes do it to realign jaws after big meals, but it's not contagious for them. Cats yawn to signal relaxation or prep for a hunt, often stretching luxuriously. This cross-species thing suggests yawning evolved millions of years ago as a communication tool. Back to myths. Let's bust a few to keep things real. Myth 1. Yawning means you're low on oxygen. Nope. A landmark 1987 experiment at the University of Maryland tested this by giving people extra oxygen or CO2. Neither stopped yawns. It's brain temperature, not air quality, that's key. Myth 2. You're only yawning because you're bored. Not always. Elite athletes yawn before competitions to heighten focus, and pilots during monotonous flights to combat fatigue. Even reading or thinking about yawning can trigger one. Feeling it yet? Myth 3. Covering your mouth blocks contagion. Wrong again. Blind people yawn from just hearing it, proving sound waves play a role alongside visuals. These myths stem from ancient beliefs, like the Greeks thinking yawns expelled evil spirits or bad air. In reality, yawning is a health booster, increasing alertness and relieving pressure. Excessive yawning, though? That could flag issues like migraines, heart conditions, or sleep apnea. So if you're hitting 20 plus a day, chat with a doctor. On the flip side, it's great for stress relief. Therapists even encourage yawn therapy to release jaw tension and calm nerves. Imagine using yawning as a mindfulness hack. What if you could control it? We'll get into home experiments next, so you can test these ideas yourself and share results in the comments for a community poll. Ready to turn viewer into scientist? Let us roll up our sleeves with some easy home experiments to prove the yawn science we've talked about. These are backed by real studies and super fun to try alone or with friends. First up, the contagion test. Grab a group or even your pet, yawn dramatically, and count how many copy you. According to a Frontiers in Psychology paper, about 50% will, but it's higher with loved ones. Variation: watch online yawn videos, search for yawn compilation, and see if you catch one. This tests visual triggers. For a twist, try it with strangers via video call to compare empathy levels. Experiment 2. Temperature play. Yawn in a hot room versus a cold one. Research shows fewer yawns in cooler spots because your brain doesn't need as much cooling. Pro level. Hold an ice pack or cold cloth to your forehead for 5 minutes. Then try to yawn. It suppresses them by pre-cooling the brain, as per a 2010 study. Third, the word trigger. Repeat yawn out loud 10 times or read yawn-related sentences, like this one. Bet it sparks one. This is from cognitive studies showing suggestion influences reflexes. Fourth, force a yawn for benefits. Open your mouth wide. Inhale deeply while stretching your jaw and arms. Hold for 5 seconds. Exhale. Do it 3 times. It boosts heart rate and alertness. Great for mid-afternoon slumps. Track if it wakes you up better than caffeine. Share your results in the comments. We'll pin the most creative ones for a shout-out. These aren't just games. They highlight yawning's health perks. It's like a free biohack. Relieves ear pressure during altitude changes. Flushes eyes with tears for better vision. And even aids migraine relief by improving blood flow. For kids, frequent yawning supports brain growth. For adults, it's a stress buster, releasing feel-good chemicals. But culturally, yawning has wild variations. In Japan, it's impolite in public as it signals disinterest, so people hide it. In India, folklore says an open yawn lets your soul escape, so cover up. Native American tribes viewed it as connecting to spirits, while ancient Romans thought it expelled demons. In the West, we associate it with fatigue, but globally it's seen as a reset. Modern apps even track yawns to monitor sleep quality. Imagine your phone reminding you to yawn for better health. This blends science with tradition, showing how universal yet varied our habits are. Ever wondered if animals use yawning the same way? We touched on it earlier, but let's deepen. Dogs yawn to de-escalate tense situations, like when meeting new people, signaling I'm friendly. Cats do it post-nap to gear up for activity. In primate groups, a leader's yawn can prompt the whole troop to move or rest. A cool penguin study from 2011 showed contagious yawning helps time mating dances. Even non-mammals like tortoises yawn, possibly for breathing efficiency. This evolutionary thread connects us all. What animal yawn story have you seen? Poll time. Dogs or cats? Which yawns more with you?